Well, hey there, Mission Control. Let's see here. It's Saturday, 12th of November? 12th of November. Man, it is going so fast. I think it's 12th. Anyway, I just got done trimming the corn. And we actually have corn cobs. They're growing. So my little, hand-done pollination, which basically looks like this. Come in here and you just shake it. Make sure that the little pollen things fall down into the other ones. You grab them off here and put them down in. And but yeah, we actually have corn cobs starting to form. I also just got done adding the trellis twine, I guess, to the tomatoes. Now we can't trellis when they're really small, but as they get bigger and the light gets up top, then we can run the trellis ropes down just like you would in a standard greenhouse. So this is actually standard greenhouse trellis cord, and then I have the standard trellising clamps that you would use. And I just got done pruning. Actually, look at this. Check this out. Got a whole bucket. Oops. Whole bucket of leaves and stuff off of the tomatoes and the corn here. Some of the leaves on the corn, the aphids came over to. Now I want to see this corn through. I want it to come all the way up and actually grow, and so we can harvest it. But that's going to be difficult to do if the aphids take hold. So I trimmed off the leaves with aphids. I've also sprayed it with neem oil in hopes that we can get them under control, if not kill them completely. Good news is tomatoes are looking really good. They got that nice fresh tomato scent with them. Bandit! Bandit's getting in the trash. So they're actually looking really, really healthy. And the cool thing is you can actually move the cups around. I just did because we had some tomatoes that didn't germinate. And I wanted to spread the plants out a little bit more. So all I did was lift it out, really careful with the roots, lift it out, put it back down into another one, and then cap the hole that it just came from. So utility, ease of use, very, very happy with how this is coming together. But yeah, definitely want to harvest tomatoes and definitely want to see the corn going. Now, one of the concerns that we had is it going to flower? Yeah, the corn's flowering. Tomatoes, I think they're going to flower once we get big enough here. Got to get them up, and I've been trimming them. I've been trying to prune them really, really well so that they can be a lot healthier, but I'm not the world's greatest pruner, so I might be screwing that part up. And I don't think you're supposed to probably cut some stuff off corn, but I'm doing it because of the aphids and actually space too, because it's kind of like coming out. It's a lot. Look, we got corn. It snowed out last night, and we have corn in here, and we have tomatoes growing, so I think that's pretty cool. What I need to do for the rest of the day, though, besides just looking at this cool stuff, is actually we're going to harvest all of the double-decker, which is behind me here, and we're also going to give the single-decker a good harvest as well. Now, the double-decker is actually going to be going on a little trip. It's going to be headed to Houston for the first testing of someone using it other than me, which is very exciting. That's a huge step as well in product development for those that know. Having someone else use something is a lot different than using it yourself. And then we're going to get this guy all harvested. It's going to be cool because we got some beets and some carrots, and I could let them go further, but we're actually just going to take them out of the system, and because we got the aphid thing going on, we want to get that all out and then get the aphids on the corn under control, and then we're going to replant. Lots of aphids on that tower. Again, all my fault because I transplanted stuff in from the garden and I brought the aphids in. If you were buying these towers and using them, you shouldn't have any aphid problem at all. Shouldn't have any bug problem at all, zero, which means no pesticides required, and you won't have any weed problems either, no herbicides required. These are going to be as organic as you choose to make them. Anyway, so we want to get this all out of here, get the aphids out of here, and a lot of lettuce. We got a lot of stuff to do, so let's get to work. All right, well, we're going to start with the single deck tower. Now, we've got beets and corn and carrots in here. Now, these beets, they're really in there. A little worried about this one here. So what happened is, actually, you know what? I'll get this out of here and I'll tell you what happened. I'll show you. I think it's going to happen on all of them. There we go. So here we go. All right. So that's pulling the first beet out of the system there. Now, these leaves that are brown like this, the reason they're brown is because it got so big it got up into the lights and they burned. That's a sunburn. Look at this. This is amazing. All right. So here we go. Hopefully it focuses in on there for you. Get some light. There we go. So here's the beet coming out right here. You can see it's going up. Now the reason why that's happening, you can see here, the beet actually, it never had a chance to get down because before I figured this out, these pots have a bottom on it, and I wasn't able to cut that bottom off in time so we could actually have that beet grow down instead of growing up. Now if a beet grows up, I don't think it causes that big of a problem. A beet is still a beet, it wants to go down. That's its natural, it's its home. Oh man, yeah, this thing's, darn, unfortunately I'm cutting into the darn beet, which is really juicy looking, which is great news. And this is one of the key things about our towers compared to others, is that our towers allow you to grow these vegetables. The thing is, I bought these cups. These are the commercial off-the-shelf cups that you can get for hydroponics and cloning. And I had thought they worked. I didn't think about that bottom problem, right? So I think we're just going to have to sacrifice it. There's not much I can do here. You would obviously, this is not an acceptable solution for harvesting. You don't want to have to cut through stuff like this. But what we do want to see is how healthy everything looks. That's what really matters. So, got a few things going on here, it looks like. First, there's more than one beet growing. And if I really wanted to, I think I could probably even put these back into the system and let them grow further. You can see the pressure. You can see the pressure that it was under there. See the line? That's where it grew into the cup. And then because there was more than one in there, it was having a real hard time with space. So I should have spaced it out when, man, look at that juiciness. Look at that juice. That's juicy. Should have spaced it out when it was growing. When I first planted it and it sprouted, I should have done that. So, look at that though. So that problem, if I would have spaced it out when we first started, then we would have had a lot more radish. And look at that. So that guy right there, this is a beet, sorry, beet. Radish had the same problem, but this is all very, very healthy looking, very healthy. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can eat these, so we'll see what Miss Martian wants to do there. She's the chef. I got to get the bad stuff off, and it doesn't look like we actually have aphids on these. These actually all look really, really good, minus the sunburn. But there's a beet. There's a beet. There's a beet. So that is pretty cool. Beets from AEROPONICS. What I'm going to be doing is we're actually going to have a custom cup that I'm going to design that will actually avoid this problem. And there's another issue. Check out the Patreon site because a lot of these issues have been documented, and I'll share all the details there. But I've got a lot more work to do here, so I'm going to set these down and we're going to get back to getting everything else out. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so this one right here, this one actually has a real problem. This one has actually got down and the beet has formed below, which is great because that was what we wanted. We wanted it to actually form down below. Let's see if I can't get you a shot. But the problem is it came up first and then went down after I cut the bottom out. So, two things. One, that bottom has to be out. If it is out, then it will go down. Two, if that bottom's not out and it comes up, don't take the bottom off because you'll get stuck like this one is. So it's really in there. Let's see. Wow, yeah. Hey, that's so cool. Let's see if I can get you a shot. All right, there you go. You can see the beets actually coming down. Amazing, amazing. So we can definitely grow beets. That's no problem. We just got to make sure that we have that cup out of the way first. and then you'll harvest from below. You won't harvest from top. All right, so somehow I'm gonna break this guy off. Wow. Yeah, that's a problem. I got it loose, which is great, but that bottom part, I'll take out the root wad here. Yeah, that having that cup right there is really a bugger. Really get in there. That's just amazing. So freaking cool. So cool. Boy, those root wads. Check this out. So the root wads, look at that matting. You know, this is again why the digester is so important, because that's all nutrients. So I definitely encourage everyone to go over to Patreon. There is a ton of behind the scenes, unedited, raw video. Oh, this is a bummer. I really don't want to have to break that, but I'm going to have to. Man, that's really in there. How do I get those out of there? These are beets, I think, or no, it doesn't matter. We're resetting everything. All right, so these, so cool that we got beets growing like this. There's a big, look at that color. That was good. So that black and everything, that's there from the cup. There's a little bit of mold on it, not the part I ate, from the cup because of the grow media that we used. Yeah, those cups really cause a problem there. Man, look at that. Look at that color. Just beautiful, beautiful. Just got to get it all out of there. Man, oh man. Look at that. That is some juicy redness right there. There are plants in here that haven't really been able to mature, but we're going to be doing a major reset here to deal with these issues that I've been sharing with you. So I don't think I'm going to leave them in there, even though I could. And then we have even more. And one of the key things you need to remember with these towers, folks, is that they're year-round. They're all the time. So what you're going to be doing is what's called succession planting. And that is where you go in and you don't plant everything all at once. You plant it successively so that you can come out and you harvest what's ready, and then you leave what's behind, and then you replant at the same time so that you continually have a harvest. Oh. I didn't usually like beets, but I've come to start to appreciate them, and those are good beets. Nothing wrong with those. Oh, okay. But obviously, having this issue of the cups. So here's one. You can see this is a cup that I cut off the bottom there, and it's got the grow media and all that stuff is on it. So those just lessons learned that we'll deal with in the. There we go. We got it all emptied out, and we'll go do the double decker. That's pretty freaking cool on those beets, man. Okay, this one's gonna be more interesting. What we got going on here is a big old mess because these have really gone way too long. The reason they went way too long is because I simply haven't had enough time to come out and do what we're doing right now. So we've got lettuce. We've got a lot of lettuce. We're gonna have salads for a while. Arugula with a bunch of aphids on it. And there's some radish over on the other side that's actually gone to seed. Pretty amazing. The Eden Tower. And then Alicia, in that last video we did, she already came out and harvested quite a bit of the Swiss chard. There's one that got burnt. And then we got kale up here as well. And green beans. So we'll be getting, there we go. Green beans out of here. These have been in way too long, as you can tell. Those aren't gonna be good. So let's get to work. Oh, that one dried out. Yeah, that's just total dry out there. Okay, let's not get distracted though. System, attack, plan. Look at that. So get the bad stuff off. Again, these have just been in here way too long. But we're gonna go just like that. Nice head of fresh lettuce. That's enough lettuce right there for a big salad for quite a few people. We got the radish and arugula coming up now, which have a huge aphid problem. Now this stuff is lots of aphids, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mrs. Martian really likes arugula, but I'm thinking that we've lost the battle here on this go around. It looks good from the outside, but you know, we got some sunburn and lots of aphids. So we're gonna just give those to the critters. Let them eat it up there. They'll love it. This is the tower that's headed to Houston. So this is the double-decker, as I call it. And it will be doing its double-deckerness. Wow. So that's sunburn. That's what happens when you let it go. Oh, that could have caused a fire there. Look at that. That's arugula just gone nuts. Arugula gone wild. Spinach that's gone to seed. How about that, huh? And you see we just left it in there way too long. Stay on top of it. We'd have a great harvest. A great continual harvest, I might add. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. All right. It's our first radish plant. And you see we got two small, very small radishes. I did not take the bottoms off of these, so they did not grow down. But those aren't really worth writing home about, really. All right, in case you were wondering what it looks like outside, same day, had that snow last night. There's our garden. You can see not much really happening there. Calling the troops. They're all going to be happy with this. Now this is going to make for an interesting contrast. Look at how green this stuff is. Just harvested. Again, let it go too long. Come on, guys. Look at that contrast, huh? It is cold outside. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing, 0 Celsius. All right, here they come. So this is quite a treat for them, of course, having fresh greens in the middle of Bandit! Fresh greens in the middle of winter, that's a luxury. Not just for us, but for them as well. Here we go. The whole army's almost here. Two more ladies need to show up. Here they come. Will they get here in time? You guys like that, huh? All right, come on, Bandit. Let's get back into work. before I get too far, get this stuff in the fridge. Let's go to the grocery store, huh? Shall we? Those beets are great. They're gonna make it through. We'll put them in there. Okay. There we go. Look at all that lettuce. Lettuce wraps for weeks. Okay, a bag here for lettuce. All in the fridge before it wilts too much. Let's see how long it lasts. All right, well, that harvest was nowhere near as cool as the single deck, and again, the reason is because I left it on there way too long, and the aphids really destroy stuff. But got quite a few green beans. There's a lot more green beans on there, but you can feel these ones are getting a little wilty because they're just, you know, they're not a little old. And then I was able to get one bunching onion off of it. Smells really good, nice and fresh, and then the tops here are because it got up into the light. So a little bit there, but not much. Again, we lost most of the double decker because it was long in the tooth and aphids. So I'm happy to get all that stuff out of there. We'll clean everything. That tower is headed down to Houston and then get everything reset. So we'll do that in another video for you guys. I'm really, really happy. Again, it's snowing outside. It's below freezing. We're in our garage and we're able to get fresh vegetables. And now that we've learned all these lessons, you know, there's design updates we're going to make, and this next round should be significantly better. And the problem right now, of course, is we have to reprime the pump. You know, growing food is like a pump being primed. Once the pump is primed, water flows continuously, but you have to wait for that prime to occur. And growing food is no different. So we're going to have to reprime these by getting them growing and doing proper succession planning. And we'll let you know how that all goes, and we'll share it as we go along. But as far as first harvest off of these, I am totally happy, very, 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 very thrilled that we had the results that we have. Beets, carrots, everything growing like we believed it would. Just the mistakes that I made along the way that kind of ruined them as far as making them really, really amazing. We had also quite a few power outages and, you know, code interruptions. I don't know how many times I came out here and, you know, stuff was wilted because the pumps weren't running because there was a glitch in the software, which of course we got those all worked out now. I've also noticed that the amount of nutrients and everything that we've had, you know, getting those all worked out. We had a lot of root growth in the very beginning because the nutrient level wasn't very high. Once the nutrient level got established, man, stuff really started taking off. So all those things, just getting it figured out, man, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool seeing what we've got going on. So we got the real-time clocks in there now. The batteries last, like I said, 5 years. Pretty cheap to replace them. And also did some rewiring, updated the cables. Things seem to be doing better. And the Wi-Fi problem we've had that we talked a lot about on Patreon, seems that Ubuntu has released an update, and it seems that seemed to have fixed it, because it wasn't something that I was doing wrong. That was an operating system error. So it looks like we're in the green there, but more testing will show us how that works. Overall today, so far, pretty darn good, pretty happy. So thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon. Really, over 90 videos over there, behind the scenes stuff. I'll keep putting more behind the scenes over there as well. Yeah, that's it. Hit like, subscribe, and get notified so you know when I put new videos up. In the meantime, this is The Real Martian. Out.